It was in the month of June, and I reached on the 21st, which happens to be the longest day of the year. It was already 8 o'clock in the night, and it was still not dark yet. And I was like, I checked my watch again and again. I mean, couldn't believe the time, and 8 o'clock and it's still not dark. And it was kind of shocking, you know. I just couldn't relate to the change of time. In the village, we eat dinner at about 5:30 to 6, and 7:30 we go to bed, and 8-9 o'clock it's like midnight. So that was quite strange. In 98, there were people used to stare at me or at us because we looked different, and it was kind of shocking. I mean, as if they haven't seen a creature, or as if we were aliens. And it was really embarrassing, and even so sad that people sometimes they ask, are you from Nepal, are you from China or Japanese?
Delhi perceives it as women who are very outgoing and who obviously come from a place where, well, they don't have the kind of job opportunities, which is why they have to take up all sorts of job opportunities. They've not been able to tell the difference within Northeasterners. There isn't any sense of curiosity to knowing a little bit better, maybe, just having being more informed, better informed.
Coming out to work here itself is like, it takes a lot, because the mindset of people there, it's like women generally like do not need to work, that kind of thing. I mean, it has definitely changed now, but that's like the mindset of the people, like my parents' generation basically. But yeah, it has changed now. I mean, there are a lot more people who are more independent, who are more willing to take chances, and who risk more basically. So yeah, that has definitely changed. But I can't speak for like the mass actually. Like there are only very few people who are doing it right now. So, but yeah, it's changing.
Hello. Shutlin, tsuwa kan lama nom. Ngay nam la. Hello, adang ka hadi thala ka lo enra. Thala thaw. I think it's from school days that I've been thinking about Delhi only, because we studies in our like essays and every books there's about like Delhi, the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, everything. That's how we know it. At that time, I never think that I'll be staying here. After finishing my higher secondary out school there, I came here for further studies for graduation. That's in 2005. So I finished my graduation and then my PG, and now I started working. Hello? Hi, did you decide? Okay, what time you want to come? Okay, 1 o'clock. Okay, fine. I'll book an appointment for you.
Okay, told you. It's fine. That will be around 4,000. I'm doing here as a manager. Yeah, and I handle all this stuff, products, bill, cash, everything head to toe. It's quite easy. It's this is very new for me to work. It's like first time. But I think 1 week takes time to learn, but after that it's okay, easy. Oh God, why they have kept it here? Life in Delhi, it's all ups and downs. I can say happy, sometimes very sad, sometimes homesick. Sometimes I can't adjust with the fooding, with the weather, so many with the people, friends, and like it's. But for me, I'm like usually I work, so I don't have much time to roam here and there. My timing is like morning wake up, go to work, whole day I'll spend here with the staff, client, and evening I go home. If I have time, I'll meet some of my friends, dinner out, come back, sleep. That's my life.
It's starting from about 2005-6. The attitude of people has changed considerably. I think this is due to the progress our people have made, and there are quite a few people already successful in all walks of life. I don't know in other parts of other northeastern states how they call it. I mean, most of us call the other different looking like Indians, but in our part of the town we call them Mayang because of the little dark color and big eyes. That's because I mean that's a kind of differentiation which, whether we like it or not, that has already been there.
Okay. So they need a 1 hour slot. One is them. Then there is, of course, there is. So I think we finalized good 12:15, and some more are to come.
Is there a limit or something we have? Or
No, we don't have a limit. The thing is, we have contacted a few theatre groups as well, and a lot of them have agreed to perform.
We can confirm all the activities that we're gonna have, right?
By next week, yeah, more or less. At least 15-20 will be confirmed. Apart from that, if there's some NGOs pulling in, I mean, depending on how faster we can incorporate them.
What about like we were seeing some 10-odd organizations?
So essentially, after doing 5 years of psychology, somehow I just didn't feel like I wanted to pursue, like I wanted to be a professional helper actually. Exploring and experimenting with things. I got really pulled into writing ever since my college, and then I kind of wanted to really pursue it in that sense. Like, my interest at large was still the society, in fact, and all the issues within it. But then I just thought like the way I wanted to approach it with, was via writing. Writing was basically, let's just say, in the micro sense, that was what I had in mind. As you know, it's being a society that a very, very marginal and a very, very small society. Anything someone comes out and says, it tends to get very generalized and, applicable to all sort of a thing. So I think I'll always, for one, say that this is my view and my experiences may be very limited, See, I'm personally very in awe of, or I admire the kind of women who are very enterprising and independent, sort of take the lead, sort of like, can say, because I know that inherently speaking, Northeast women come from a culture where, they're at least not, how do you say, they're not so much patronized over, they're not, they're not stumble to the ground or something of the sort. They're given, there's a gender equal opportunity. Or besides, or I think beyond fitting into a patriarchal mold, if they can really take things forward, then I think they're the ones who can actually take the society forward, because we still really rely on our men in that sense. I feel like, it's always, there's a lot more like dependence and, like I can tell the societies as large as counting on men, to be IFS officers. We really highly revere the government services.
And now being in Delhi for more than a decade, my taste bud changed. In the village, as a Naga's food, we eat food in a very simple way, like most of the time it is boiled and no spices, no oil. And we do sometimes use oil, but not as much as people use here. And then in our place, we always have this. We cook food in the firewood, and food tastes much better. And fire it is always burning. Culturally, people in the Northeast are much more open, and because of that, people tend to think we are easy. Well, people in the village are always simple and innocent. They just don't. Of course, there are always exceptions. In a community, there are bad people all the time. But most of the people in the village, they are so open and they're so innocent. They could not think bad for the other people. And then that's how we were brought up. I mean, and that not to think ill of others and just to love others as you love yourself.
I wouldn't say that Northeast women just enjoy just better rights and everything, but perhaps the fact that there are not so many physical restrictions and boundaries, So, I mean, and that's just physical. I mean, psychologically, I would say, yeah, there are, like definitely not women are held back in that sense. Like, we don't have a parda system going where we can't step out of the home or something of that sort. We have the liberty of movement, if you can say, to a much greater degree than, whatever our mainstream counterparts. I think maybe there's a little bit more dignity of labor in us, to respect that every job has a meaning and, whatever purpose to it and everything. And we don't look at it as, oh, so your nightclubs, it's a bad thing and, whatever. The idea of women serving alcohol, I don't know if this sort of goes back to, for at least the mainstreamers, does it go back to like, those that whole Mughal era of like, courtesans and everything, serving alcohol. Therefore, that stigma, trickling down till today.
I'm doing this Mary Kay. It's a US based makeup product. It's a very popular one. So I'm doing this kind. I'm just merchandising for them. So and then the people here are like, even people in my office are helping me a lot, and I have achieved a lot from Mary Kay as well. During college and during my PG, I did a lot of freelancing events. So like auto expo, different kind of trades, and then some car launching program, and yeah, I gained a lot of experience from there. And now here also I gained much more confidence, and then like it's nice like having this kind of experience. Before I'm like mingling with like people from Northeast only, and now like I'm the only one I can say who is from Northeast, from our office, the whole office. So I hang out with the plain people, and it's like very chilling, and then I gain a lot of experience, and they don't treat me like different person, they just treat me as same only.
Even here in Delhi, people, like those who are like educated people, they know and they respect what Northeast is. But it is like a small village from the colony. They don't know much. So, because of the looks only, they just judge people, nothing like that. If I have a big eyes, big nose, then they wouldn't do anything. Only because of the looks. I mean, I can say, like they even don't know where they are from. Northeast also like so many. Alright. Naga from Dimapur is another. And Assam also is another. And my hometown Dupur is another. And from Shillong also another. And the Manipur also another. And inside the Manipur, so many different tribes and which I even don't know. So they don't know actually. See.
In the Naga culture, actually, we are all very close. We are all very close. As in, if the girl or the boy is from another place, also they just treat him or her, especially the female, as the sister, and they protect. They've got a sense of protection, and we are always free. Ki kuch bhi, whatever we need, we take help. Or I mean, but this idea doesn't get digested with the other people, with the people here, and they think like we're all easygoing, and I mean we go with any kind of guys or stuff like that, very dirty things like that. But in reality, that's not the case. And actually, one will understand if one has to see it to believe it, actually. And then I'm sure people will just, anybody who's been to the Northeast will just fall in love with that place and the people. Well, yeah, somehow, in order to survive in this city where you have lots of people, where people are so wicked and crooked, they always try to take advantage of you. One has to just live according to the place and time. Where yeah, sometimes we had to lie and work things out in order to survive. And that is what I don't like about. I mean, I've learned so much to lie about things which I think is not really necessary. There's always a very big guilt in my heart. I just wish if I weren't here in this place or in this city or in other big cities, sometimes I just wonder how I would be.
How to make friends and then how to behave. That things otherwise it's all normal there. Like everyone stranger we welcome, like hi, hello. But here we cannot do that. Queen Park Market? Just go straight. Yeah, straight. Just turn this. Don't go that one. Take this road. Small one. Yeah, the small one. And then there's a big road. You cross this one. Mind your own business. That's what I like. Here I can do anything. It's my own life, my business, my money. The best thing is after I work, I learn so many things. Before I didn't know. I mean, taking care of myself, timing. I have like my own time, my own room like this. I can say yes, in the Northeast, why most of the people come here to work, because they want to enjoy their life. They want to be independent, their own business. That's why they come and work, nothing else. But she should be very careful. Because people out here, boys are very, you like a dog running after the chinky. There's a chinky Northeast. Like these Dalit girls, they wear shorter skirts than us. Yes, I can bet that. Because wow, I was shocked when they're wearing all those dresses. So I was thinking, oh my God. If we wear, they will look at us. If they wear, no one can say anything. This is their place, so they are doing something. Like they don't want us to do it. Actually, we people are very casual, and I mean, very casual. That's though what we are wearing is like we're comfortable. I mean, it's like not showing off, not like seducing to other guys, nothing like that.